What's that for?
Protection.
Protection? Protection from who?
Yeah, Smokey. I got to walk Smokey down to his house.
Oh, man. Your mother and I never would have moved in this neighborhood if we had known you need a gun to walk down the damn street.
You know how it is around here.
Oh, no, son. That's not the way it is. You kids today are nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This what makes you a man. When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. And you think you're a man with that gun in your hand, don't you?
I'm a man without it.
Yeah, I'm the man.
You the man.
That's what I'm talking about.
So go on and be the man. Without the line. You're the best, Devin. But when you're in the field, nobody hears you. They hear the band. One band.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Lights, please. Turn off the lights, cause everything now just seems so right. Let me quit before I get copyrighted. But anyways, it's your boy Kirk. We back. We live. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I just took a little break. But you know what I'm saying? We got some stuff to get into today, so I ain't gonna hold you too long. And today is gonna be more of a easing myself back into the podcasting journey. I've been a busy boy these past couple months. So, yeah, like I said, just show you boys some grace. But first, you know we have to push some P. This is the Push and P portion of the Lights Please podcast, where we're pushing positivity out into the world, one daily affirmation at a time. So now to roll on with the theme for today, since we're talking about movies and quotes and things, I got a movie quote for you, you know what I'm saying? Guess this line and where it's from. Wise man once said, "We are who we are in this world. Either you're somebody or you're nobody. Take it how you want." All right, you guys. So we're gonna roll on into the meat of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Today's podcast, I want to do something lighthearted. So so I want to do something that I personally love. You know what I'm saying? This is the part of my identity. Like, if you know me, I'm quoting movies. If we can't share movie quotes, I don't think we can be friends. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? So this is part of my personal identity. I love movies. I ain't gonna say I love certain type of movies, but I grew up watching a lot of different type of movies. But my favorites are those classic ones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Those classic ones. Those are my favorites because you know what I'm saying. We didn't really have. I ain't gonna say we really didn't have cable, but you know what I'm saying. We had a VCH player. You know what I'm saying? The old tape player, you put it in there, you got to rewind if you get to the end. I don't know if y'all knew about that, but you know what I'm saying? We had that and we had a bunch of movies. So, you know what I'm saying? I pop them in and I do what I got to do sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about top 10 quotable movies. Now, what y'all not finna do is, y'all not finna come for my list. Yeah, if we talk about any movie on this list because I feel like the top 5 are, it is unanimous. It is unarguable with. You can't argue with them, and if you do, your mama's ugly. Anyways, so we're gonna get right into it. So number 1 on my list, this is unarguable. I don't care what you're talking about. You can be black, white, Latino, blind, halfway out your mind, but you still know at least 1 or 2 quotes from this movie, and it's Friday After Next. Yes, the bathroom scene with Kat and Damon by itself. That's the one of the most quoted scenes of movies of all time. But me personally, I can quote the whole movie from beginning to end. I really could have put the first Friday on here because that's one of the most quotable movies. Even if you haven't seen Friday After Next, everybody's seen Friday. Everybody. But for me personally, the third one was the most quotable one possible. I'm gonna go back and forth and say that the first Friday is a better movie, but as far as like quotables and just like funny to me, it's the third one by far. By far. Now, number 2 on the list, like I said, the top 5 is unarguable. You cannot argue with me about these right here because literally everything fly out your mouth comes from these 5 movies. I'm telling you. So number 2 on my list is very hard because when I get to 3, I'm gonna explain to you why it's hard. But for number 2, we're going to roll with the movie Life. And if you disagree with me, you haven't watched the movie in its entirety, or you just haven't seen it a billion times like I did. So, like I said, Life is one of the most quotable movies from beginning to end. You can quote the part where he went up to when they was in the gas station looking for ma'am. Look, you can quote the part about the nigga pies. You can quote the part about when they was driving in the car together. You know what I'm saying? After they got not convicted, but after they got in trouble with Spanky driving the booze down to Mississippi. You can, but my favorite part is when they was in the room when they was super old and and old Claude was upset because he thought that what I'm saying Ray had. It's funny because those two kind of like switch roles throughout the movies because Ray was the more unhinged one in the beginning and Claude wanted nothing to do with Ray because he thought Ray was just some crazy old coot, you know what I'm saying? So in the end, Claude started to be like, I know you got a plan, nigga. And Ray just like, you know what, bro? We gonna die in here, bro. We surely gonna die in here. Anyways, that's number 2. I don't care what you're talking about. You can't argue with your mom about that one. All right. So number 3, like I said, the reason why number 2 was so hard was because this is a personal favorite of mine. I don't care what nobody else say about that. This is a personal favorite of mine. And if you know me, I quote this movie all the time. It's Django. Just the part where the clan gather is probably one of the most quotable movies of all time. But from beginning to end, I believe I can quote that whole movie. Don't forget why they ain't here now. We're here to kill a nigga over that hill there. just sitting there, just thinking about it. That entire scene, especially when my boy got mad. He said, "I put 35 bags together for you ungrateful sons of," and all I hear is criticize. From now on, don't ask me or mine for nothing, boy. The way that boy just trampled off on that little horse, man. All right, so number 3. This is another personal choice of mine. Like I said, argue with your mama. We're gonna roll with Soul Man, because Bernie Mac's my favorite comedian. So any movie Bernie Mac in, I probably done seen it a million times, because that's just he doesn't have to like try to be funny. He's just naturally funny. So Soul Man for me is only because how unhinged Bernie Mac is. Like, he unhinged and like a bit of a scaredy cat at the same time. You know, he old, you know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying? it's the unhingedness. It's the what's the word I'm looking for? It's the random unhingedness for me that makes the movie, you know, quotable, especially the part where he gonna knock on his door and he shut the door on him. He came back and he was sitting there talking to himself and all. That man looked that man dead in his face and he had said, "I'm gonna take you out this hellhole you been in. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my $700 a night hotel. I'm gonna have me a shit shower shave. I'm gonna be back here at 7:00 to come pick you up. Yeah, I'm gonna have me a nice big old juicy steak the size of your motherfucking back." Man, look, that's literally the best part of the movie. But me personally, growing up, I love any movie that got some sing-alongs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a personal choice of mine. But like I said, I don't care what you're talking about. You can argue with your about that. So we're gonna move on to number 4. Number 4. Really, the top 5 could be interchangeable, but I just put them in the category of like more than 50% of the movie is quotable. It's a good movie. You can rewatch it multiple times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically a movie, if somebody had a gun to your head and they were like, you know, you got to recite one quote from one movie. Of course, any one of those, I probably pass with flying colors. But number 4 on the list, this is one of my favorite. This is like top 3 movies of all time in my book. It's Harlem Nights. From beginning all the way to the end, it's nothing but quotables in there. Okay, if you disagree, like I said, you haven't seen the movie more than once. But those who know, if you know Harlem Nights, that's a super quotable movie. You know what I'm saying? Especially when my boy was doing the little shootout with Arsenio Hall, and he accidentally shot the passenger trying to shoot quick, and he got out the car. He, quick, I'ma kill you, nigga. You broke my nose, man. Man, that's just a super classic movie. So now, number 5. It took me a minute, to write this little script out, but it took me a minute because I was thinking like, Like, 'cause I had to separate my favorite movies from like other people's like opinion of what I think a quotable is. You know, so a quotable is not necessarily a like your favorite movie. It's like movies you like, you know, so you take quotes from. So I watched The Color Purple multiple times, and I come to especially when the new one came out, and I was sitting there, and you could listen in the theater. Everybody was saying line for line, bar for bar, knew every song. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, you know, that's a really good movie because most of the time people have seen this movie from the Broadway to the movie with when Fantasia was doing it on Broadway, so they know all the songs. And what's the Sophia was on the Broadway show, so you know what I'm saying. So number 6 is The Color Purple, based off of how many people know that movie from top to bottom. And it's a really good movie, especially the new one came out. You know what I'm saying? You can't convince me that I feel like the original one with Whoopi in them was a good movie, but the newer Color Purple was more fan service. You know what I'm saying? Like a live action Broadway show. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the whole set, the whole atmosphere, the way they pieced it together. It was a beautiful movie. So what I got for number 7? Oh, number 7. All right, number 7. Like I said, I had to separate all these movies from like my favorite to like overall quotableness. I'm not sure if that's a word. I just made it up, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Anyways, so number 7, Coming to America. It's a lot of Eddie Murphy movies on here, only because, you know, in the 90s Eddie Murphy was like, he was like just banging them out back to back to back to Boomerang, Coming to America, Life. I think he had Beverly Hills Cop came out long before. Y'all know about Beverly Hills Cop. Y'all need to go back and watch them with old Axel Brody. The original, not the new one, but the old ones. The old one was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? It's back in the 80s though. I wasn't born in the 80s, but you know what I'm saying? It was made back in the 80s. But anyways, Coming to America. Only is because, you know, when it first came out, I ain't gonna say when it first came out, but like when you first watch it, you can't get enough of all the characters that he played. Him and Arsenio Hall, all the characters that they play. And when I first watched it, I didn't realize that how many characters he played in that movie until the end. I'm like, dang, he played the old Jewish guy with the little spoon on the side, and the barber guy, and you know what I'm saying, Randy Walton. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some of the most funny parts of the movie is him being just a natural goofball. You know what I'm saying? But my favorite part of the movie is by far was the one when old Randy Watson was singing the greatest love of all, and then he did his little mic drop like he just performed the greatest performance of all time. And then my boy looked to the side. Yeah, that boy's good, man. But that's number 7 on the list. So let me see what I got for. Yeah, that's number 7. What's number 8? Oh, number 8. Number 8. Now this is a good movie. 1, this is a good movie. 2 is one of my favorite movies, and 3 is I feel like it's one of the most quotable movies because once I rewatch it, I'll be like, dang, we took a lot of stuff from this movie. I'm not gonna say we. I'm gonna just say people in general, because you know what I'm saying, especially my family, we all watch the same type of movies. But anyways, Rush Hour 2. The first one was good. I love the first one. I feel like the first one is better than the second one, but the second one had so many quotables, especially when it was over there. And my brother Chris Tucker decided to walk up the stairs instead of, you know, Jackie was doing his little Jackie Chan thing, climbing up the little bamboo thing. But you know, Chris, he was like, I ain't doing all that. We're gonna go up the stairs. and that old Chinese woman said, move out the way, Kobe. Or that part when he was walking downtown and everybody cut that chicken head off. It's like whenever I go back and rewatch it, those are the parts I love trying. You know what I'm saying? Those are my favorite parts of the movie. So I think that's number 8. Number 8. Okay, number 9. Now these last two, I'm gonna say these last two are personal choice of mine because these movies I watch more than 100 times, and I know them from beginning to end. Every word, every song, every character, every ad lib. I watched the Marcy movies a billion times. So these last two is personal for me. So number 9. What's love got to do with it? From the beginning of the you see the opening scene and the girl going in there singing a song all wild, you know what I'm saying? That's me personally right there. That little girl is me every day of my life. Yes, I like to take a basic old song and turn it up a notch, you know what I'm saying? This little light of mine, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw a little pizzazz in that. So the anime bullet was me. But overall, I think What's Love Got to Do with It was a good movie. And like I said, I'm not totally sure the accuracy of the movie, but the way Lawrence Fishburne and Angela paid Ike and Tina, I feel like that's their whole life story, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They played it to a T. I can't unsee Lawrence as Ike, to be honest. So that's number 9. Number 10, this is my favorite movie of all time. And I don't care what you got to say about it. And like I said, it's just a personal movie of mine. Like I said, I can quote that movie. I know everything about that movie. I know all the songs. I know everything. And that would be The Temptations. You can argue with me that The Five Heartbeats is a better movie. But you will not argue with me that the song selection is better. That's what you won't argue with me with. I ain't gonna lie. You can't argue me on that. I know every song on that. I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. And then ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. People still saying that till this day. And my boy Leon said that was an ad lib. That wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. So my boy was out here creating generational quotes off of ad libs. Like, come on, man. We know ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. We know Otis was a hater. Matter of fact, I think Otis was like the in the movie portrayed like he was like the least effective singer. You know what song he was singing in the beginning? Was it Earth Angel, Earth Angel, will you be mine? Weak. Now when they got together for the first time in the little red jacket, red little jackets, and my boy hit it, boom, 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 boom. Cold. My boy cold blooded. But my boy Paul is me. I just not an alcoholic. I love Paul. That's my spirit animal right there. When they say, oh mother of mine. Oh boy, don't get me started. I sang that whole movie from beginning to the end. But yeah, so that's my top 10. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I want y'all to chime in and tell me y'all. Tell me what you would like to replace it. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things on my list, or you can give me your own top 10, or we can just sit there and we can argue. We can argue all day. You know what you're not finna do is tell me what mine is. That's what you're not finna do. But anyways, like I said, I want you to chime in. I want you to tell me your top 10. I want you to, you know what I'm saying, take out, put in whatever you like. But I do got some honorable mentions though. So I think a few honorable mentions of mine. What was hard, the first one that's off the list that was real hard, not for me to put in, was Drumline. I think I wanted. That's the only reason why I kind of wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to be in a band so bad growing up. I ain't gonna lie, it was because of Devin Miles. And one best part of the movie when that white boy was in there trying to get his little spot back in there. Boom, boom, boom. boom. He said, man, you ain't hitting it right. Man, I am hitting it right, man. That's the best part of the movie right there. And then so you got Drumline, and then I'm just now getting around to this because I didn't watch it when it first came out. So I I watched it in its entirety probably last year. And I like to say Dreamgirls because I like the movie. The movie's a pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I ain't know about FN and my boy Thunder. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really watch it like that, but I watched it in its entirety about last year, and I was like, you know what? If I had started with this, I'd probably be quoting that movie all the time. I ain't gonna lie. And then so we got Drumline, Dreamgirls, Money Talks. I don't know if anybody know about Money Talks, but that boy Chris Tucker did his Thug Dizzle, especially when he opened up driving the little whip all crazy, singing Barrel White, you know. that's a man. And then lastly, this might be a little controversial, but I'm gonna say Talladega Nights. It's only because, like I said, you don't watch that movie for the story. You watch the movie to watch Ricky Bobby do his thing and wake up and piss excellence. That's what you watch it for. Forget the story. The story ain't important. The story is not important at all. You wake up to watch Ricky Bobby to wake up and piss excellence and do the shake and bake. Anyways, like I said, I want y'all to chime in. Tell me about your top 10. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you take out. Tell me what you put in. Or if you just want to sit there and argue with me, let me know. But anyways, yeah, we're going to cut this thing short. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really talking about much. So it's your boy Kirk, and I'm out.